Verbal or life.
Thank you for joining me. My name is Noel, fighting MS. Where was I? Welcome to Verbal on Life. My name is Noel, battling MS. And then I wanted to give a shout out to America's #1 dad, Ben Hur. I wanted to share this story because he goes above and beyond the call of duty for his children. And I think it's an awesome story, and I wanted to share that. So take a look. Oh, and by the way, I'm trying to build the channel here. So subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2,000, and hopefully you enjoy the video. All right. Thank you so much for everybody who subscribed. And I'm having trouble with YouTube, but let's take a look.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
Some more context is needed here. Needless to say, I will talk about this in a moment. All right, let's continue with the video.
And he got really good. He like blew up. Like he became like a D-list celebrity status, like viral breakdancer. He became like the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral, and he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul. And here, I'll show you.
See, take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Amazing. That's Ben Hart. He's competing at a breakdancing competition in Philadelphia, and he may not have won, but I tell you what, he is winning over a lot of people on the internet. Yes. He really is. Yeah, he's winning over a lot of people on the internet.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
That is not true. More on that in a minute.
The worst part, damn it, he's good. He should not be able to move his body like that. It's like impossible. It's beautiful. Hey, Dad.
Thank you, Maddie.
Like there was no split custody or anything. Like he just like left 4 kids to do that. He may not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he did give me this breakdancing merchandise. So that's him. He's on his
That is a nice shirt.
It's his b-boy name because his name is Ben Hart. You know, I'll get texts like this, "Happy birthday?" ? And then like links to his breakdancing video.
That's true.
If you have funny trauma, like actual funny haha trauma, I need to hear it. Thank you.
Okay, in many ways, I love this video. And of course, I love my daughter, Maddie. And we get along great. At least I think we do. But a few corrections are in order, or at least a few things that need to be put in context. First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there. The next day, I wasn't. And that will look like abandonment to a child. But married couples do get divorced about half the time in America. And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois. We just weren't living under the same roof. Now, about not paying medical bills, that's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go, out of the gate.
That's insane. Right there, you don't need to say anymore, man. You made enough money so that you could give your wife $2 million. Those are numbers are unheard of. Well, for most people, those numbers are just insane.
A lump sum payment. Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony. That's
crazy. You're telling me you got to give somebody $2 million on top of that? Child support and alimony. Wow.
Later reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out-of-pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund. In all, I paid out about $5 million to my ex-wife to cover costs for her and the kids. And this is in 2005 dollars. So add 50% to account for inflation. In other words, I was not a deadbeat dad at all. And by the way, Maddie did not say that in her video, but a lot of the comments assume that and say that. Now, of course, there was no way for Maddie to know how much I was paying because she was a kid. This wasn't something I talked about. Also, remember that I was living 1 mile down the road from the kids in LaGrange, Illinois. Sidewalks all the way. An easy walk or bike ride. I saw the kids all the time. No abandonment, just a divorce. Was I at fault in the divorce? Yeah, I would say I was about 70% at fault. I own that. Maddie's mom and I were really not compatible in many ways. We were compatible in some ways, but not in other ways. Do I regret marrying Maddie's mom? No, absolutely not. If I had not married Maddie's mom, Maddie and her 3 siblings would not have been born. They would not have existed. The kids have turned out great. Maddie graduated from Northwestern University and is a screenwriter in Hollywood. Maddie's older sister, Tori, is a partner at a hedge fund on Wall Street, and she's getting rich. Maddie's younger sister, Olivia, just graduated from college and is teaching English to first graders in Thailand. Her older brother, Peter, is getting a master's degree in psychology. I get along great with all my kids, including
This man is king.
Maddie. At least I think I do. So the kids are doing just fine despite Dad's many shortcomings. One other slight correction, which I hesitate to even bring up because I love the way Maddie did this in her video. I did not abandon the family for breakdancing. I have a career. I'm in the advertising business, built an ad agency. That's how I was able to afford to pay Maddie's mom $5 million. Maddie's mom and I separated in 2004 and divorced in 2005. I took up breakdancing entirely by accident in 2012 as a way to get in shape at the age of 54. I then just kept doing it. I'm now age 66. Now, some of you might be wondering, can he still breakdance at age 66? Well, I don't know. Let's see. I'll give it a try.
I wish I could break dance like this, man. Insane. So this is America's #1 dad. He went above and beyond the Call of Duty for his children. And even for his ex-wife. Like, she wanted to leave. They broke up. He let her go. Here's the money, alimony, child support. Come on now. Again, America's #1 dad. Just making his money. Like, I'll leave. I'll just make more money. $5 million is nothing to him. Because to me, that's crazy. So, nothing but positivity from that man. And doing all of that, I can't do that. I can't even get close. Right now, I'm battling MS. And walking is a challenge for me. But look what this man is doing. I wish I could do all of that.
It's never too late to start breakdancing. I started when I was age 54. I'm now age 66. So there's really no excuse for anyone not to be breakdancing. So the bottom line is this. At first, I really did not like Maddie's video at all. But I was biased by all the negative comments that I was greeted with at 6 a.m. in the morning in my social media feed. But the more I watch the video, the more I like it. And her video certainly is true from her perspective, even though a few details are off, no doubt because of what she heard from her mom. And I do think it's a great storyline that a 54-year-old dude left his family to pursue breakdancing, even if not quite true, factually. But perhaps it speaks to a bigger truth, a truth that is really truer than the actual facts of the matter. This could be a very funny movie plot. So maybe Maddie will make this movie about her 66-year-old breakdancing dad. Also, as I scroll through the 12,000 comments on Maddie's video, I really like most of them. Some are hilarious. Here are a few I'll read at random. This one is from someone named Ro, and she says, "My mom abandoned me as a kid to join a Renaissance fair across the country." This is from Maria. "I didn't know my dad was bald until my mom knocked his toupee off in a fight when I was 10. My mom didn't know he was bald then until that moment." This is from Diane. "In foster care mandated therapy, the therapist told me I had abandonment issues and then stopped showing up to the sessions. I never saw her again." This one's from Bravo. "My mom died the week of Mother's Day, and my father died on Father's Day weekend. It's honestly so typical of both of them." This is from Clover. "My dad tried to kidnap me and ran out of gas while following us." This one from Chriselle. "I had to be my mom's boss at Dairy Queen when I was 17 and had to fire her for smoking while working the drive-thru." Becca says, "When my grandma passed away, my grandpa moved into a senior's home, met another woman, and brought her as a date to the funeral." Here's someone who says, "A video of my dad was featured in an episode of World's Dumbest Criminals." I love you, Maddie. You are very creative and talented. Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
65-year-old man running like that. Insane. Like I said, this is America's #1 dad who's looking at positivity, looking at everything positively, right? Just doing his job and not looking for a handout, not looking for help, just getting it done. You got to give the man props. So shout out to, his name is Ben Hart. As soon as he's a perfect role model for everybody. And wow, God bless his heart. And I think it speaks to the difficulties, the one most difficult thing in life, which is relationship. All right. I got married the first time. It didn't work out personally for me, Noel, battling MS. As soon as I got diagnosed with MS, my wife left. She said, "Oh, hell no. You on your own." And broke out on me. My first wife. Now I got married the second time. Ben Hur got married the second time, because why go into retirement all alone, and getting somebody else to share time with you, I think is amazing. But shout out to Ben Hur. The man is just too funny. And with that, I wanted to share that story and give him credit because you rarely see men like that. He even went to jail for his kids and all of that. Came out and look at him breakdancing, doing great, making a lot of money. Super duper millionaire. But comment below if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow my viewership. I'm up to 1,600 subscribers and not giving up. That's the trick to life. Push forward and don't give up. This is Noel, better than MS. See you guys on the next video. Peace.
Verbal or life.